Today I'm going to be sharing with you all my healthy lunch recipes / ideas. These are great for school, for work, for anything on the go. I'm so excited to be sharing these with you guys. These are my personal favorites, so let's just get into the video. This right here is one of my favorite home-cooked meals I used to have when living back home. It's salmon and veggies. Salmon is one of my favorite proteins, and then paired with my two favorite vegetables, you guys are gonna love it. The ingredients you'll need is organic mayonnaise, Spike, which you can actually get at any grocery store, healthy grocery store here in the US, garlic salt, sweet potato, a bunch of asparagus, and lastly, salmon. The first step in making this delicious lunch is poking a bunch of holes in the sweet potato. This makes it cook better and faster and all of that good stuff. I like to rinse the sweet potato even though I don't personally eat the skin the way I'm baking it today. So rinse it and then preheat your oven to 420 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour. Meanwhile, let's get the veggies prepared, or the other veggie prepared. Asparagus is so amazing with this. So again, obviously rinse it. And then, am I the only one that does this? I was taught to kind of snap it in half, and then wherever it breaks, that's where like the bad end is. Okay, so moving on. Salmon. Since we're baking this at the same time, we're going to prepare it at the same time. You're obviously going to want to rinse it and layer it with a very thin layer of organic mayonnaise. This might seem disgusting to some of you, but I swear it is so good. My dad made this recipe for me all my life, so this is like his secret recipe. Sorry, Dad, I'm exposing it. And then the next thing you're going to do is put a heavy amount of that Spike seasoning. Now that I think about it, I don't even know why we put mayonnaise on it. I've just done that growing up. So you want to put a very generous amount. That is what is the secret. And then put it on a baking sheet. Spray a little section of olive oil down for those asparaguses. And yeah, this is just so good. I can't get over it. To season the asparagus, I like to season it with garlic salt and then put a tiny bit more olive oil on it just so it bakes yummy, and put it in the oven. I like to do this once the sweet potato is done because it's obviously different degrees. This does take a bit of time, so if you're wanting something to either pack to work or for school, I recommend making this the evening before since the sweet potato takes forever. But here I am just plating it up, and this sweet potato is so amazing. I season it with butter and a little bit of salt, but you can do whatever you want or however you like your sweet potato. So this is my first healthy lunches idea. Like I said, grew up on this. My dad makes it perfect, and I think I've perfected it. He may make it a little bit better, but I wanted to share this little sweet home recipe. Does that even make sense? This next one is super delicious and easy. This is a spicy hummus veggie wrap with a side of apples. You can use whatever produce you like. I personally love red bell pepper, cucumber, carrots, and then of course the side of fruit that you want. My favorite tortillas to use are sprouted grain ones. They're a great source of protein and they're organic. And then the hummus I like to use is a spicy one. This is from Sabra. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it just gives it a little bit more flavor. If you're not using pre-cut or like pre-sliced veggies, this is the time that you're going to cut them. I use just half of a cucumber and also half of a red bell pepper in this. So that makes me about three little wraps. And then if you don't use the rest of the pre-cut veggies or the cut veggies, you can just dip them in hummus and it's a delicious snack. So now I am on to the red bell pepper, and I always take that little pit out, or like the inside of it, because that's yucky. Okay, honestly, the easy thing to do would just be to buy shredded carrots, which you totally can, but I already had these baby carrots on hand, so I didn't find it necessary to go out and purchase something when I could pretty much do the same thing. I don't really mind. It was a little bit difficult, but I would just slice them all into like halves or quarters. it was fun. I have one of those handy dandy apple slicers that just cuts it and like takes the core out, but this apple was too huge. So here I am just slicing it away. Apples are probably one of my favorite fruits. Now it is time to assemble the little wrap, and I'm not gonna lie, these tortillas are extremely tough, and they're almost a little bit too hard. So if you're okay with a mess, I totally say eat them. Go for this tortilla because it is healthier and it's a great source of protein. But if you kind of want to avoid that and have it be a little bit easier, I'd say go for something like a spinach tortilla or something of that sort. Because if you can see when I take a bite or even try to roll it up, it's just too hard, and it's just a little bit difficult, I'm warning you. But it tastes amazing, in my opinion. It's a little bit of a hearty tortilla if you've never had Ezekiel. So there it is, super delicious, super duper healthy. You have those raw veggies, the raw fruit, and again, the tortilla. You can't beat it. You'll just need to pack a napkin, and yeah, see, completely comes apart, but I don't care. I hope you guys liked this recipe, and let's go on to the last one. This next one is my crunchy tuna sandwich, and it's actually not even technically a sandwich because it's open-faced. So let's get started. You're gonna need tuna fish, celery, I used 2 stalks, organic mayonnaise again, and if you don't want to use mayonnaise, you can always do avocado. The taste is a bit different, but you can, that's an alternative. Brown rice cakes, and the last thing is these Clausen pickles. I think that's how you say it. Clausen? I don't know. I forgot to mention this, but the tuna fish I get is always in water. I hate the tuna fish in oil. I think it's just super duper gross, and so I like to mix it in this little jar, and I already mentioned the avocado. That's an alternative, but I personally just like to use mayonnaise. I use a very light amount. Again, I hate super saucy tuna. Really gross. I love a lot of substance in my tuna fish, so I use 2 whole celery stalks, like I said, and so here I am just chopping it up. I don't know why I'm so picky with the pickles that I buy. It has to be this brand. I hate any other brand of pickles. I'm weird, I know. So after all of that is done, I just add it to my bowl, stir it up, and assemble the little sandwich. The reason I like to use rice cakes instead of bread, I don't really know why. I've just been doing this for probably the last year or so. Tuna sandwiches are good, but I just prefer this. I love the nice crunch, and I think they're just super duper yummy. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what my favorite go-to healthy lunches are. If you guys make any of these, I would love to hear back from you guys, either on Twitter or in the comments below. And another thing I want to mention is everything that you need to know recipe-wise and a list of all the ingredients are in the description box under this video. But before I go, I forgot to mention I love to add fresh fruit with this. It kind of lightens up the tuna fish and all of that. So I love you all, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!